welcome to my reading vlog. I know I look a little ridiculous right now, but I'll explain that later. For right now, I just wanted to open this reading vlog and say currently I'm in an odd predicament as this is a reading vlog, but I'm not actually reading anything right now. I just finished The Toll and Ninth House, which were such intense reads that while reading them, I couldn't really read anything else and feel successful in my reading endeavors. And after finishing them, I am feeling really kind of empty. Upon finishing them, they were just so intense that now that I don't have that intensity going on, I have nothing. So in taking the time to decide what I wanted to read, I kind of looked at my graphic novel list to see if there were more that I wanted to read from there. I am on a book buying ban set up by my family, and I am not allowed to buy any books before Christmas or Yule. So welcome to my loophole. I used an Audible credit to pick up Children of Virtue and Vengeance. This is by Tomi Adeyemi, and it is the sequel to Children of Blood and Bone. When I thought about what I most wanted to read, I realized that it was this book. This is actually one of the very first books I read when starting BookTube, and it felt so special and wonderful to me. And I did mention around this time last year that I'm kind of notorious in my family for peeking at presents and trying to figure out what my presents are. I've just never liked surprises. It gives me a little bit of anxiety, but there's also just a need to know that I have that just does not jive with Christmas. So I have been doing a little bit of sleuth work, and I have found out that I am indeed getting Children of Virtue and Vengeance for Christmas. So I will be opening that up Christmas morning, but until then, I'm gonna get a head start and listen to it on audiobook. And now that I've started this vlog with ruining one of my Christmas gifts, I guess I can say that we're also going to be talking about Yule. I do celebrate Yule as well as Christmas. Yule is a pagan holiday. You will see a lot of things that are reminiscent of Christmas because they are interconnected, but I'm not going to get into the history and politics of it. I'm just going to show you how I celebrate this holiday, and you can draw your own conclusions however you would like to. I would also love to know how you celebrate this time of year. What is going on for you and your family? There are so many different ways to celebrate winter, and I would love to hear how you do it. So please leave comments down below explaining something you do this time of year, or if you don't do anything at all. If you would like to abstain from celebrating with me, you can just watch my regular scheduled content, and I'll get this out of your way. I just got back, and then I realized just right now that I didn't actually tell you where I was going, dressed like a dog. So I host monthly pajama parties for the kiddos at my work. So each month I put together what is essentially a giant pajama party. So sometimes we have cosmic bowling, disco lights, dance parties. This time we decorated cookies, made snowflakes, and did face painting. It's always a really fun, good time. They come in their pajamas, and then we finish it off with like just a movie, some cozy treats, and of course our pajamas. And while I most normally do get paid for these, I do one during the holiday season for parents to go out and go shopping that's actually completely free, so they can come in, drop their kids off, the kids can have lots of fun and have a really great time, and the parents can do last minute shopping, and it kind of helps them budget wise as we are dealing with a lot of low income kids. So it's just a really fun, good time, and I really enjoy it. I look forward to it each month. So there's a little bit of background on me. I have pajama parties each month. I have not actually gotten to start Children of Virtue and Vengeance, so I'm going to start that now. And as I told you before, I don't have the physical copy. It is an audiobook because I haven't gotten it for Christmas yet. So let's start the audiobook, and then mark my words, Christmas morning, I'm really good at scouting it out. Locations. I am also home alone, which kind of feels like really odd because it's the holidays, but I'm also home alone a lot. But I felt like this was a perfect opportunity since family is out and about. I could actually get some reading done since I haven't actually gotten a chance to read really at all. I did start Children of Virtue and Vengeance last night, and I did realize that I am still having a little bit of a Scythe hangover, but I'm really excited to get into this world. And I also realized I wish I would have reread Children of Blood and Bone before starting Children of Virtue and Vengeance. There's been a couple of things I've had to backtrack on, try and remember who a person is or an incident that happened. Pretty much I had to kind of relearn the magic system. So if you read Children of Blood and Bone when it first came out and you have not read it since, I highly recommend giving a brief overview for yourself in whichever way you find the most useful, or just looking up a summary. It's a really popular book, so there's a lot of booktubers out there that have given really great summaries of the book. I myself don't believe I'm one of them, because when I first read this book was when I first started booktube. It was in like my first wrap up. I had no idea what I was doing and I was just really excited. It feels kind of odd not having like a book in hand while vlogging. I am gonna get started, and right now I'm on chapter 3. They're very short chapters, so I'd like to try and get about 15 in. Then I can kind of know where the story is going, because right now it was just kind of wrapping up what happened in the last book and where they all ended up after the chaos that was that ending. I will update you as soon as I've read a little bit. Okay, sorry if you can hear popcorn popping in the background. I'm getting ready to make my garland for outside. I'll explain that a little later. This popcorn's gonna distract me more than it's gonna distract you. I wanted to give an update on Children of Virtue and Vengeance because I have indeed reached chapter 15. Oh good, well at least the popcorn's done. This is a very fast-paced book. From the time that it started all the way up until this, the plot has definitely kept rolling. So if you're someone who needs to have the action set at the beginning of the book to get yourself interested, then Children of Virtue and Vengeance is doing exactly what you're going to ask for. Tomi Adeyemi did a really good job of reminding me who these characters are and their different flaws and personalities really quickly. You get a lot of fiery comebacks from Zaylee. You get lots of really strong points right off the bat with Amari. I actually have never really even thought of Zane. When I reflect on the book, I think of this as a 3-character book, maybe because it's the 3 perspectives, but I'm really hoping that they give Zane more depth as we go along, because I really enjoy all these characters and I enjoy him the least, so I'm hoping that his character picks up in this book. Sorry, I'm like leaned down. I don't have my tripod because it's set up for the garland area over there. Yeah, I'm enjoying this book. It's going by really fast. I have reincorporated myself into this world and I'm remembering why I loved it so much. It's more than just the world itself, it's the characters. There was a pretty predictable, for me, introduction to a character. I am not sure how I feel about it, which is weird. I absolutely loved this character in the first book. I found myself quite turned around as far as who I was enjoying more, and I wonder if that has to do with my reading taste, since this book did come out at the beginning of when I started booktube, and I've had quite a bit of time since then to kind of round out my reading taste. I'm not sure if I would use the word mature with me in any context, but I do sense that there is a difference in what I'm looking for in characters and their story arcs than there used to be, so I'm interested to see if that holds true or if I will end up just falling in love with these characters the same way I did before. Too soon to tell. While it sounds really impressive to say I'm 15 chapters in, I'm only about like 5% of the way into the book. I am just getting some cranberries defrosted and some blueberries defrosted, and then I'll show you what I'm up to. This is one of my favorite things to do for winter solstice, and I'm always looking forward to it. Ever since I was little, I don't know why. It's not like it's the most fun activity, and you guys are just gonna be like, wow, she's the most boring witch there is. And you would not be wrong. If you'd like a really exciting, thrilling, fantastic witch to watch, someone who allows you to know what witchcraft is all about, as well as giving you broad perspectives on the entire world, then you should be watching my friend Rhiannon at Crescent Moon Reads, because despite Rhiannon's like dark, cool, edgy vibe, they're a breath of sunshine. Rhiannon is just one of those individuals who will always lift you up, but will also always let you know when you have room to grow, and I value their perspective so much, and I just absolutely adore them. They usually do a witchathon readathon this time of year, but that just didn't happen for them this season, and I just want them to know I am thinking of them, and you should check out their channel because it's good stuff. Good, witchy, fun stuff. All right, let's feed some birds. We're not doing this. This is not going to be like the stupid gingerbread. This is going to be fine. Look at this. Look at this. Why are my vlogs pretty? So I have begun the tedious act of making popcorn garland. Yes, this is actually one of my favorite holiday activities. And what I essentially do is I'm using organic, non-buttered popcorn, fresh picked blueberries from the summer, and cranberries. And I am just stringing them along a thread. Some people say you need to use thicker type of thread, but I've never found that to be the case. I do just double loop it like you would if you were sewing. So you can see there's actually 2 strands here. This has always been really fun for me because once it's done, I put it outside. I don't hang it on my tree. I just put it on an outdoor tree, and a lot of animals will obviously flock to it because it's food, and you just get a lot of like wildlife that otherwise you might not see. It'd be awesome if I got like actual footage of the wild animals outside my house, but I sometimes will just wake up the next morning and all of the garland will be gone and I'll have missed the entire thing. But I will note that some little forest creature got a mad cool meal that I spent way too long making specifically for them. So that's kind of nice. I just like the idea of making a meal for forest creatures, and it's a pretty decoration. I always like how it looks when I'm stringing it up. Anyway, I'm gonna watch The Witcher later. I'm really enjoying the show. I have not played the games or read the books, but I am enjoying it just from a viewer's intake. I am pacing myself, so no spoilers in the comments. Let me know if you have read the books or played the game and which one you would suggest after I finish The Witcher. I haven't been interested in The Witcher previously, but now that I am watching The Witcher, it worked. I would like to engage in Witcher-themed things, and I'm looking for either the books or the game to start next. If I did get the game, it would be on PC, so if that changes anything as far as gameplay goes or whether you would suggest it, I would love your guidance. Alright, I'm going to stick my headphones back on. By the way, these are B&O headphones that my boyfriend got me. They're super like retro cool. I'm not about to make like a video on headphones. I would sound like a complete and total idiot, but I did name them. So this is Bartholomew Orwell. I don't think that's what the B&O actually stand for, but anytime I'm looking for my headphones, I scream out, "Where are my Bartholomew Orwells?" Things to know. I just binge watched The Witcher. I know before I said no spoilers, I changed my mind. You can tell me spoilers for the first season of The Witcher because I'm freaking out. I did not know I was gonna like it this much. A hole is in my heart because I don't have more. I don't even know what to do about it. I haven't gotten time to process it. I know I'm in love with Geralt. Like that's obvious. I'm really interested in the world. I have nothing to go off of. I think I need to watch it again. I looked it up and it looks like the new season's not coming out until like early 2021, which I can't even wrap my mind around that right now. But what do you guys think of The Witcher? If you've read the books or played the games before, did you find it to be disappointing, true to the story? How do you feel about it? Because right now I'm really excited, but I don't want to walk into Twitter and be like, "I love The Witcher," and then everyone be like, "No, bad Jade. It wasn't good." Because I usually have some sort of basis of knowledge before I go into something like this, and it's not this time. This time I just went in raw and it was good. I enjoyed that. So yes, let me know how you feel about The Witcher. Who's your favorite character? What was your favorite part of the season? I again won't give away any spoilers. I'm just going to open up the arena for conversation. If you haven't finished it, just don't engage in the comment section. I would love to know what they liked about it most because I really liked Henry Cavill's portrayal of The Witcher. I don't know if that's how he's actually supposed to be, but I liked what I saw, as well as The Witcher's background. I want to know more about that too. So all I'm doing right now is wrapping gifts and presents. I figured it would be kind of funny, my family ends up watching this later, to watch me wrap their gifts. So for my grandma, we got her a can opener. It's an electric can opener. She's constantly making us dinner, and she's just using like this old crank can. So electric can opener. You're welcome, Grandma. Now, if you watched my gingerbread making video, you will be surprised to find that I'm actually not very good at wrapping things, because obviously, based off of that gingerbread, I am a Christmas connoisseur, so you would assume that I could wrap things really well. But as it turns out, that's not my forte. If that stressed you out, you might want to skip this next part as I slowly wrap my family's items. I do try. time. I also burned the Yule log. I will go ahead and put some footage in here. It's just not something where I could really walk you through or talk about it as it was happening, since it was like a pretty private thing, and so it was just not a filming thing, but I did get a few clips to give you an idea. Some things I don't mind sharing that I'm looking forward to in the new year is confidence. I am really trying to build more confidence in the things I say and do. Not false confidence, but just believing in what I do know and allowing that to shine through. A lot of the time I'm leaving room for myself because I do make mistakes quite often. It's just created in me kind of a second guessing that I would like to try and work on. It's an entire minute of the song every hour. Even on my booktube channel, I'll notice I will just exude a lack of confidence. This is a digital laser distance meter. This must be for my grandpa because I don't actually know what it does. But I really do know things, and I'd like to start giving myself that credit when it is due. Yeah, that's something I'm going to be working on. Another thing I'm working on is consistency. I tend to get something in my head, really want to do it, and then do not continue to do it. So that's something I would like to be better at, especially since I'll be going into a school setting in Japan, and I want to make sure that I am reliable. I'm usually quite reliable at my job, but I do have some inconsistencies I would like to work on, usually having to do with structure and tardiness. If you don't know, lateness in Japan is not a thing. It's not something that they do. So that is one of my greatest fears as a master procrastinator, is the fact that I do tend to be not on time to things. Figuring out a way to master that a little bit more in myself is what I'd like to bring into this new year. As far as bookish goals go, I do have a goals video that I bring out every season, so that should be coming out soon, as this season just became winter, and my last goal list that I had was a fall goal list, and so I'll be wrapping that up soon, which I really do like that part of my channel because I find that it does hold me somewhat accountable, and I think that really has helped increase my consistency. 2 down, too many to go. I'm going to use gold wrapping paper for my little sister because she is a Leo and I feel like she will appreciate it. Another thing that I think I can improve with my channel in having confidence is making this channel kind of my own. I feel like my channel is really community based, but at the same time, I don't fully believe I've created a platform for myself. Like, I don't think that my channel is really exuding me and kind of like bringing us together as a family, us being the people who actually watch my channel and myself. I tend to do more like collaborations, and I don't bring a lot of personal things into my channel as much. Or I find that talking about myself is rather dull, and I will actually edit out moments in my vlogs or my videos where I do talk about myself. I tend to just find myself uninteresting, but that goes into that confidence thing. And this is my channel, and I do think that my channel should feature me. I think that that's what I've started to realize I admire in other channels. The channels that stand out to me and the channels that I really watch religiously are the ones where you can really hear and see the personality of the person who's bringing that channel to life. Got my little sister a Alphonse Full Metal Alchemist pop because she just got a new cat and she named him Alphonse. She fancies herself an Edward Elric, so she got herself a sidekick named Alphonse. This is not actually her main gift. She's going to think it's her main gift, but she would be wrong. Her main gift is coming. But yeah, like I was saying, I think that the channels that I most admire are the ones that bring a lot of themselves into their channel. Like I brought up Rhiannon at Crescent Moon Reads. Rachel Marie, my bestie on BookTube, very much so, like, brings herself into her channel. She has created this family. Do not get me wrong, I do not think my channel will ever be a Rachel Marie channel. That girl puts so much effort and time and consideration into what she creates that it's honestly mind-blowing. But I really do envy what I see in some people's channels, so I do plan on trying to do that. It'll probably come out more in my Japan videos, but I will be attempting to be more of myself and bring more of myself to my videos. Let's see if we can make one of these not shitty. It didn't happen, folks. She didn't get better. Is it too big? Is that the problem? I know you can't answer me until it's too late, but yes. Be smarter than the paper. she'll know it's from me. These next gifts I'm actually really excited for because they are gorgeous. These are for my mom. Green Witch. I'm not sure if you can tell, but it's a hardcover and it's really textured. Very, very pretty hardcover book. I'm pretty happy with this one and I would not mind reading it myself. Second, I have The Witch's Kind. This is by Louisa Morgan. This is the same author who did The Secret History of Witches, which my mom is the one who recommended me that series, and she really, really, really loves it. It's not like the second in the series, but like a companion novel. So it's kind of the same format, family, lineage, witchcraft. I would be interested to see what she thinks of this one, as there were quite a few things about the first novel that I liked. I did have a viewer tell me though how The Secret History of Witches follows Romani witchcraft, which is true. Apparently love spells is actually something that they're known for, so I didn't know that before. And that does give me a little bit of a different perspective on the history of witches, as that was my main complaint because I don't really agree with love potions. It's not going to change my starring, but it did kind of change my perspective on how I was viewing the book as a whole. So I appreciate that feedback. I actually love feedback on my channel. Whether people agree or disagree with me, I prefer to be corrected than to continue just saying nonsense that is uninformed. I think I figured out the trick. I've been using too much wrapping paper. I think this is gonna turn out pretty. I'll show you if it turns out pretty. If not, just know that I moved on. Moving on, I got my partner a charging base, which sounds really uninteresting. I assure you it's exactly what he needs and what he wants, and this will be exciting to him, as currently his phone does not charge at night. And we have Spider-Man wrapping paper. This is a joy. If you've watched it this far into my video, you must actually be interested in my videos, because I can't imagine what else would keep you here. I would actually like to open it up to you guys. If you are a viewer, a regular viewer, or you just found my channel, have enjoyed my channel thus far, what is something you would want me to start doing on my channel, or what are different things you'd like to incorporate in, things that other people do on their channel that you enjoy, that you think would be beneficial to my channel? I am open to suggestions, and I'm actually not really sure where to go. I've thought about doing like a Q&A on my channel, or trying to make more regular vlogs. I've mentioned this before, but the reason I don't do weekly vlogs is because I'm usually just chilling in my house. When I went to school, I did more vlogs because I was out and about more and I got to show you more of Portland, which I guess I should or could do more often, but I don't know if that's what you're interested in either, as this is a booktube channel. I guess if no one made it this far, then I'll know in the comment section, because no one will have said anything. In which case, I will realize that I need to bring up my retention score before I go any further. This was almost good, actually, right? Thanks, Peter. Last one I have here from my dad is just an Amazon gift card. He is a straightforward, hardworking Capricorn who just wants to be able to buy his things online. I am giving him an Amazon gift card. I think he will get the most use out of it. He's very utilitarian, and luckily I have a tin for it. So that's the best thing I've wrapped so far. All right, so I have finished wrapping gifts. I've talked probably way too much. I am going to challenge myself to keep a lot of what I just talked about in, as a sign of confidence and of trying to make my channel more personable. Sorry if that's not your jam. I have regular run-of-the-mill content right there for you. I'm gonna get some more reading done. I am about 25% of the way through Children of Virtue and Vengeance. I'm gonna continue that on. I'd like to get at least to the halfway point by Christmas. I think that that is a really good spot to be at by the time I get the physical book. What? What do you have to say? This is baby. I don't want to make this too long, so I'm not going to montage. I'll just see you tomorrow, which is Christmas Eve. I woke up Christmas morning to a brand new bookshelf behind my tree. I don't know how my boyfriend pulled it off, but I have a new bookshelf, so all of these books that are like jam-packed get a little bit extra breathing room, and it was just a really good way to start off this morning. As you have seen, because I did a quick montage, I did indeed get Children of Virtue and Vengeance, as well as a journal made by iLIVIEFORBOOKS. I love iLIVIEFORBOOKS. I adore her. I've been watching her channel since before I started BookTube. She was one of the people who actually got me into BookTube, and she had made a journal for the Children of Blood and Bone series, so I was so excited to get it. It looks absolutely stunning in person. I highly recommend, if you are near a Barnes & Noble, that you go and pick one up because it's gorgeous on the inside as well. It is still Christmas morning. We are going upstairs. We ordered Chinese food last night for this morning because it's always better the next day. We're going to stay in, watch A Christmas Story, Jingle All the Way, and Die Hard. Yes, we're those people. Just enjoy the rest of our day, and I hope whenever or however you decide to celebrate that you had an amazing time, and regardless, I hope you enjoy the sun or more stars wherever you are, and until next time, bye.